Hey guys, what's up? Nick Slizzler here, and today we are going to be doing another story time. So this story stems off just a little bit further from a story I told recently about a guy who was on drugs. When he came into the store, he had just done cocaine. I'm sure you guys remember the story. It's kind of hard to tell a story like that. So the next story is a time that I actually found a customer doing drugs in our parking lot. And I was a lot newer at the time to the place that I work at now. So when I found this guy, I had no idea what to do. Anyway, let's get right into the story. So we have this regular customer at my work that he always comes in, like basically 3 or 4 times a day. And we always knew he was a little bit weird. He liked to go through our garbage cans outside and our dumpsters and just try to, you know, find cans and whatnot, which we have a lot of people that do that, and technically we're not supposed to do it, but we only stop them if we can actually catch them doing it, which is kind of hard when there's only 2 of us working. But anyway, so this guy comes in, and he had paid for some gas, and a while after he paid for his gas, I looked outside because I had a customer tell me that there was some guy sitting outside being extremely weird in his truck. I looked outside and the guy was still sitting at the pump where he paid for his gas at. And basically I went out there because the customer asked me to go look and make sure he was okay. So I walked out there and I walk up to this guy's truck, and this truck is just like, you can smell something coming out of the window. You knew something was going on in there. And, so basically, I was, oh god, so basically I was, I walked up to his vehicle and I could smell it. I could smell something coming from his vehicle. I walked up to his window, I was like, hey bud, are you okay? And right when I said that, the guy turns around and just like, starts freaking out. And that's when I noticed exactly why he was freaking out. He was freaking out because when I walked up to the window, he was actually cutting cocaine with his, or no, it wasn't cocaine, it was I think it was crack. I think it was crack, like a crack rock. He was cutting it with a pill cutter. And keep in mind, guys, that these stories are going to happen pretty frequently because the gas station that I work at is in the ghetto. So if you think about it, like, this is pretty common for a place like that. But yeah, I was in shock. I had no idea what to do. Like, he was just, it was like, even today you can tell I'm still speechless about it. Why would you do something like that? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So, like, I walked back inside and I was like, hey, I walked up to my coworker, I'm like, hey, what should I do? This guy's out here, like, cutting up drugs and shit. And he was like, okay, what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna have to call the cops, because that is, you know, obviously it's illegal. He's doing drugs. There's no way that's not illegal. So he was cutting drugs, and I called the cops, and I explained the situation to them, and the cops started laughing, or not the cop, the dispatcher started laughing, and they're like, yeah, we had this guy do this at a different store not too long ago, but we couldn't catch him. I was like, alright, well, he's in our parking lot right now, and shortly before the cops showed up, actually, and they had a quick response time. I mean, they were there in 10 minutes tops. Granted, we don't live far away from a we don't work far away from a police station, but at the same time, the police station was closed at the time, so all the officers were out on the road. So the cops came and talked to this guy, no, they didn't talk to him. He actually got away before they could talk to him. He just disappeared. Like, I saw him get on the highway because we work in the ghetto, like, literally 6 feet from the highway. Like, there's our building, another building, and then there's the entrance to the highway. And he got on the highway, the officer showed up, I was like, yeah, he just got on the highway, I don't think you guys are gonna get him. Well, this guy comes back a couple weeks later. This guy comes back to our store, and you are not gonna believe it. This guy asked my coworker for a application to work with us. Like, it was insane. He legitimately asked my coworker if he could have an application to come work at my store with us. My coworker of course, called the cops again after the guy left and made a report because this guy's wanted by the cops by now. The cops are really looking for him, so my coworker had to make a report with him. And the guy left, and my coworker called the cops, and I came in the next day because I wasn't working that night, and he told me about it, and I just couldn't help but laugh because, you know, typically if you're gonna do drugs, you're probably not gonna get a job at the place you're doing drugs at. Like, if you're sitting in our parking lot doing drugs, you're probably not gonna get
I just found
a job at that same location. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, that's going to do it for this story, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more awesome gaming content coming in the future. As always, this is Nick Slizzler, and I'm signing out. Peace!